I'm completely correct. Yeah. No, like steak. But that's just it. I don't think you can eat a burger with a slab of steak in between. It would have to be broken up or something. I've never actually seen a burger made out of steak. Do I prefer regular grilled burgers or more like a smash burger? I prefer my burger to be cooked all the way through. I don't care how big it is. I don't really like the whole idea of a smash burger. It sounds like an idea to sell people less meat for a better price because it's a smash burger. I just like to eat hamburgers. Gremlin Kitty, enjoy your lurk. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, Darkness. I've never seen an actual like made out of steak burger. That sounds weird. 7,736 Delta V. So this has an unfathomable amount of Delta V. And it looks really good. Not only seen but also eaten burger with a thin steak. Okay, so like a thin steak probably. I'm thinking like New York strip or something in porterhouse. Well, Trigger Man, you'd have to do it all at the same time though, right? You can't like mince it up and have it in the refrigerator for a day. You would have to like take the steak out, mince it there, combine it, have some kind of combiner with it, and then fry it on the thing. That makes sense. I'm okay with that. And thin steak, I can see that too. But yeah, my ground hamburger has to be cooked all the way through. I don't care what temperature it gets to. Get it to the right temperature, and I want it to have like a nice crust around it. That way I know it's been cooked. All right. So we're missing a couple key parts with this. We're missing a heat shield and we're missing a parachute that we're gonna need for this. Triggerman, I don't even. I'm not even touching that subject. That is probably one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my entire life. That doesn't make any sense at all. Tiger Fang, I'll be here, buddy. So I think we need to get this rover designed to have a parachute, because right now it doesn't have one. How do we give it a shoot? That way it can land. And it would need a heat shield too. And it all has to come off of it. Let's see. Let's think here for a minute. I do like this idea though. This is a really good build. How much does it weigh? 7.5 tons. It needs solar panels too. We gotta put solar panels on this. There's a whole lot of things we need on this at the current moment. See, that's where we're running our issue here. I gotta go back 4x on that. So let's back up. Let's do that. And then I want to put solar panels on this. I think I want to push them in a little bit. That way they're kind of concealed into the truss. I want to make use of the truss piece as much as possible. So where's center of mass? Center of mass is right there. I want to take... Let me save this before I start moving things around. If I grab this and slide it over, that does move center of mass. Okay. So what I want to do is... I want to put a parachute on this. So I'm going to take this off. Rotate? Rotate what? This? Why? I feel like it needs to be a decoupler now and not a docking port. So let's take this off. Oh, you know what? I can't do that because it's centered on this docking port here. Okay, so ooh. Oh, Kyle, we're only doing the two on the side here. But because I have 4 nodes, it's putting it in 4x symmetrical. We're only doing 2 sides. Nothing's going to be obstructed. I just want to be able to build it symmetrically and then remove these 2 from symmetry, and then it works. Hi, who can't love cats? So I buy her those, and that's the end of the day for that. But I found them in PetSmart one day, and they smell amazing. They taste like horse shit. Who can't love cats? I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm glad you still got it. I think maybe you keep the badge. But I don't know. I think they're getting rid of Turbo, so keep fighting the good fight. Trigger Man, no, they're not salty at all. Well, they're probably salty to a point, but they're not like overly salty. No, nope. They're just very. You would think by smelling them and holding them, and the fact that they're soft and chewy, that they would be like moist-ish. No, they're dry, and they're like, ugh. They're like gritty, and it's horrible, dude. I don't like it. Let's do this. We're gonna put a. I wanna transfer this over. So what I want to do is I want to build a module that sits on top of the rover that has a chute built into it that can come off when it's coming down to the ground. I think what I need to do is build it here and have it detach like this. Have this staged. That way it can disconnect. Then we'll have the tiny 125 service bay like that. This is going to have a core inside here. And this will house chutes. I hope. Let me grab truss pieces. And I think I can do this. Did you know all pet foods has to be fit for human consumption in the UK? That's cool. Ours clearly say on it, not for human consumption. They do that because then they can charge a cheaper price for it, Trigger Man, and that way people aren't living on dog food. It probably is safe for human consumption, but they don't want people living off of dog food. They want you eating like normal food like a normal person. I think I only want it to be 2. Like that. Yeah. Okay. So these little octagonal struts are going to come into the middle here. And they're going to come down and tuck into this bay, just like this. And they're going to have chutes attached to the top of them. They get deployed when I say so. Now it's gonna look a little janky. I don't care. I'm not trying to make this thing like completely and utterly perfect, but I would like it to look a little cool. How you doing, Pop Smoke? Welcome in. Have you had a chance to see if the bug fix fixed the struts? Oh yeah, we went to our Minmus station and we turned SAS on and we bobbled it around and moved it around. We even sped up physics warp. Didn't move. It was perfect. So yes, we are good to go. as far as that's concerned. Yeah, I'm glad their game actually works. Is it sad that I have to say that? I'm glad that their, 10-year-old game finally works after their quote-unquote final patch. They even said in the patch notes of this most recent patch, they said, we are switching to Kerbal Space Program 2. Future updates will be very slow. So, take that as you will. Alright, this is also going to be a stage. Pet food has more stringent control than human food. Homeless people tend to eat it. Yeah, darkness. That's what... They don't want people to do that over here. Because you can buy an 80-pound bag of dog food for $25. And that's 80 pounds of food that normally doesn't go bad very quick. And you can add water to it. You can soften it up. You can fry it. You can do whatever you want to with it. But you don't want to live off of it. I still play Clash Royale. We get updates every 3 months now. It feels so lame. Yeah, dude. Because they're not making money off of it anymore like they used to. Yeah, you doing bright shiny objects? Cooking with Terahdra. Yeah, that's gross. Okay, so we got step 1 done there. Let's put a heat shield on this now. So we gotta have a heat shield that goes through center of mass. The center of mass on this is gonna be wonky once this thing comes off of here, because it's not gonna be up through here anymore. But we still want a heat shield. So I'm probably going to... This is gonna be real tricky, man. I don't know how to design this part here. But it's probably gonna look something like a stack separator, maybe? Oh, this is the... No, I don't want to do that. I want to put it here. Stack separator. And then I want... Oh, God. This is gonna look bad. This piece here, maybe? And then a heat shield. No, it's gotta be way bigger than that. 2.5 is not even big enough, it looks like. It'll burn the wheels right off. It almost has to be this one, doesn't it? God, I hate this heat shield. I hate it, you guys. I really, really hate this heat shield. But if we're going to use one, this would be the one that we use. We're talking Eve at the moment, for anybody wondering. Man, this would be such a mess. I guess we would be coming in with this whole stage. This is so dangerous. Isn't that an inflatable heat shield? It is. It is. What would let's fix all of our staging here and see where we would be at as far as... This would be like the last stage. Then we would need a stage with parachutes. Then we need a stage... This stage here would be next. No. This one would be like... This one would be after this one. Then this one would be there. Look at all the different delta V values it's giving me. We're not going to have any delta V, friend. In fact, let's take this off. Let's take this off. Let's put this there. Hold on. We would probably need this. That's assuming the whole thing comes down. And then we put the chutes out. It would be over this. Alright, so can Kerbals crawl through fuel tanks? If you put a space station in orbit and have a docking port at the end of the orange tank and you dock with it, can you get a Kerbal to your crew cabins? Oh yeah. 100% Fire Fist this. All you gotta do is you right click on the one pod, you click, or you left click or something, you hit transfer, and then it shows you the available pods they can go to. You click the other pod, they transfer to it. It's like magic. One assumes that when you assemble a ship, that all of those tunnels and things are in it. You have to like RP it almost. That's why I like to clip to a certain degree. Like for instance, this SAS module, you never see a rocket with a giant blaring exposed SAS module. So I always tuck these into fuel tanks because you assume that you're gonna have those electronics and stuff in the bits and pieces that make up the wall of the fuel tank and whatnot. Some of the pieces you just got to make a concession to. No, Kyle, that prevents fuel transfer, not transfer of Kerbals, if I remember correctly. I think it's only fuel transfer, or like ore transfer. It does both last you check? Okay. But yeah, Fire Fizzes, if you're just playing normal, dude, just go nuts. The game doesn't care. Okay, so this one shouldn't have staging. Take that staging out. This one. So that one's going to be tied into this one. So that one should be like last. That one's up here. Why is that tank at a 45 to the side? Wait, what? Why is that tank at a 45 to the side? Oh, this isn't a tank. This is a Science Junior. Because the mass calculations on the rover, to get center of mass on the rover correct, we had to move this around a little bit. It's still accessible right here. See all the doors and stuff? It's still an accessible unit. We just had to put it in such a way where it made sense on the rover. Yeah. It's just for center of mass. I'll show you the rover in the space plane hangar. I'm just trying to design this first. Make sure it all works. Make sure it makes sense. Make sure it's all staged properly. So what is that? That's a piece for when we land, right? Actually, we don't even need to do that. Yeah. Okay, Pop Smoke. Maybe I should take that away from staging. So we've got engines, and then that decouples. No, that shouldn't decouple at all. Not if the whole ship is coming in. Well, no, because that would decouple, then the chutes, and then that would decouple. Oh, wait, that doesn't make any sense at all. Oh, that still needs a decoupler. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I get this now. I get this now. So this can't sit there like that. This has to go here, and it has to have a decoupler. There's a reason why. So we're going to put the stack separator here. I want to bring it out from the craft. That way it doesn't hit anything. And then what I need to do is I need to slide this over. Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. Perfect. Okay. I need to take this away. You just do that. There we go. So that's over center of mass now. That ship's good to go. Everything there is fine. That's balanced. Okay, so rockets. Then that. Then this should be up here with this. This should be gone too. Disable staging. So it's that afterwards. Deflate heat shield. All right, we have 6,000. Excuse me. But that's with 4 engines. We only need 2. So I'm going to save again. We're going to take this off. Remove from symmetry. Remove from symmetry. Done. All right. 8,218 delta V. This has 8,218 delta V. That's after that breaks off. What about before? Can I get rid of that somehow? I don't know the true delta V of this ship. It's not calculating correctly. It's wanting me to decouple this first before it counts it. $5,639. 5,639. What is delta V? Delta V is your change in velocity. That's how you travel in space. So like if you're driving from your house down the street, you don't have to worry about your house and where you're going moving at the same time. In space, everything's always moving. So you can't just hop from one planet to another in a straight line. You have to take into account everything moving. So you have to be able to change your velocity. And by changing your velocity, you're increasing and you're decreasing your orbit in order to intersect with other parts around space. So this tells me how much of my velocity I can change. And that dictates where we can go in space. So 5,639 is a lot. Granted, it's ions. It's going to take forever to burn. But I could add more engines if I wanted to, which I might end up doing. All I have to do is re-4x this and make some changes. I'm trying to make sure everything looks okay. 0.04, Kyle. Ions aren't going to be very high by default. This is merely meant to get us somewhere in a long range and then ballistically enter, which is why we have the heat shield. Not bad, not bad. Do I have the Delta V map? I do. Exclamation point KSP info. I pull it up from time to time, Fire Fistus. I just don't... Where we're headed to right now, we're going to Eve and Duna. Those are super easy to get to. I only need about 1,200 to get to Duna. I only need about 1,200 to get to Eve. And then capturing them is a whole other little bit. Oh, I know, Kyle. I mean, I can figure that kind of stuff up too if I tried, but I just don't do it anymore. I don't care. I need to see if this stuff right here will actually stage on the pad. I don't think it'll balance though. Let me see if I can balance it. Let's see if it'll stay up in one space. It's probably gonna fall over. I should probably put a decoupler underneath it. That way it has like a stand to sit on. Here you go, Open Perspective. How you doing, buddy? Welcome in. Yeah, I got stuff there for those who want it. Didn't I hit launch? What happened here? What? I could have sworn I hit launch, or did I hit exit? Oh well. Let's put a stand underneath it anyways. I want to put a nice big stand underneath it. Oh, the game is bugged. Never gotten a moho before? We're in orbit of moho right now. Okay, so the game is bugged. 1 second. Allow me to restart real fast. This has never happened before. I knew I hit launch. Looks like the VAB to you. Yeah, right. Well, I hit launch, it took me to KSC. And I went back in and I tried to like grab stuff and it would only place it. And it wouldn't let me grab it again. So we're just going to give it a good old restart. You know, 90 minutes. Typical runtime for a Kerbal playthrough, obviously. Warner. There's probably going to be more, buddy. I'm not going to report a single one of them because I just want to get through it. Sorry I'm sniffling a lot, guys. I don't know what it is. Might be allergies. My apologies. Oh, look, it's showing me this again. Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign because we've already turned that off once. Did I lose everything? No, we got $8 million. We're fine. No, Warner, stop it. How's that song go? It's like 99 bugs in the line of the code, 99 bugs in the line. You take one down, you fix it around, 104 bugs in the line of the code. All right. Going into the VAB. Loading our vessel. 030A ballistic. Load. Okay, it's up here. Guys, we got it. We're here. Okay, I can't grab it. I don't have any of my tools. Hi, Mew. Welcome in. Let me try to load another craft. No, save. Don't save. Can I load this one? Okay, I can load this one. This one's fine. I can move it around space. Everything's great. Load ballistic. Great. Click on a part to place.